Did she have to tolerate your cheating for her to be a hero? You would never accept it. If she cheats, she deserves better. You knew exactly what you were about to do and how it would hurt her, but you did it. I'm assuming you were probably to say anyway.
Okay, let's get this straight. First of all, to answer your question, I probably wouldn't have accepted if the shoe was on the other foot. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I probably wouldn't have said, but I don't know because I'm not there. If you really truly go back in our stories, because I noticed that Joyful, I can tell that you're hurting. You're entitled to have your opinion about everything. Obviously, there's some things going on in your life that are happening right now, and we get that. You know, you're lashing out on situations that you see where we've succeeded and got past the bad things for things to be good. Now, we were there too. My wife was exactly where you were
100%.
at one point. So
Definitely.
don't get it twisted. And to be honest, yes, as a person who was the person who cheated, yes, I knew what I was doing. Mine started from depression. So I was basically self-sabotaging myself anyway because I didn't feel that I deserved my wife. You know, so I was trying to push her away. The person that cheats has a why, meaning there's a reason behind their madness of what they're doing. It's not an excuse.
No.
I've never ever come on here and tried to say I needed, everything I've done was an excuse, this, that. I've always accepted what I've done. And at the end of the day, your significant other at some point needs to accept what he has done.
Right.
And work on trying to make things right, especially if you want things to be, your marriage to be better, which it can be. We basically have this platform to give a testimony about where we came from to how we came through that dark cloud to come on the other side to see light. We feel for everybody. And we do this because we want people to relate. We want people to know that you're not the only one that has gone through this.
You're not alone.
The biggest difference is that we're brave enough to tell our story. A lot of people don't want to tell their story because they're embarrassed, they're ashamed,
They're afraid of the judgment.
Exactly.
Which we've gotten.
Right. we not gonna take with you personally because most people will come back and be ready to clap back or lash at you.
We totally
1000%.
understand.
But we get it. And go ahead.
And let me just say too, I feel you trying to advocate for me, the wife, being betrayed.
Yeah.
I feel you trying to advocate for that. But let me just say that we are 6 years removed from all of the bull crap when I first found out.
Yeah.
We have done a ton of work to get where we are right now.
Right.
And that work literally was putting God first, us both. I put God first and I prayed and intercessed for my husband when he was still doing the most shadiest of things.
Yeah.
But those prayers is what led him through to being able to accept what he needed to change and to being able to accept the accountability and the ownership of what he was doing. So when he says that I'm his hero, that's because in his life,
She saved me. She completely saved me. And she was truly the only one at the end of the day through the brokenness of all I've had to endure, foster care, being molested as a kid, sleeping out on the streets, not having nowhere to live and stuff. There was a lot of traumatic things in my life that happened as a child up into an adult. But I never, ever really received any type of help that carried on with me as an adult. Most people, they are, as the adult that they are now, it's because of their background, meaning
they're carrying those traumas.
they're carrying those things from things that have happened in the past. And if they have never ever had someone to really show them what true love was, unconditional love that I'm talking about, or just show them kindness or any sort of things, they only know one way. They only know the way that they were brought up and things that have happened to them and things that they've seen. Now, it can be changed, but they have to commit to wanting to do it. They have to accept the responsibility of their actions. They have to accept the responsibility of the consequences. They have to learn to be transparent. They have to learn to be forthright. They have to learn to understand that at the end of the day, you have to commit to doing this. And if you want to do this, we can do this. But be honest with yourself about the things that you have done wrong. You have to accept all accountability for your actions. There is no excuse for doing wrong to your significant other. There was no excuse for me. The difference is that I knew I wanted to be better. I knew I wanted to stop being the person that I was being. I knew that I wanted to not hurt her, continue to hurt her the way that I have hurt her. So people have brokenness. what is the brokenness of the person who's doing you wrong? What is the true, ultimate, deep down thing that's making them or made them do what they did? And do they want to save it? Do you
Right.
want to save it?
Right.
You know, everybody's relationship and how things go are different. You guys determine the outcome of what everything happened. She is my hero because, again, she stayed, she prayed, she was there by my side, helping me through all the pain, the darkness, everything that I've had to deal with, because I felt guilty. I didn't feel like I should be with her. I hated myself. I didn't love myself. I didn't care. I just didn't. That's how my life has always been. And now I'm living a free life full of joy and happiness and peace. And this is the one person who stuck by my side through it all. And I'm so much more in love than I've ever been. And she didn't have to do that, because there was moments that she was going to leave. Let's not get it twisted. My clothes was packed, ready to go. You either can wake up and do right, or it can be done. So I had to make a choice. That's the same thing the person that did you wrong has to do. Make a choice. Also, you have to make a choice whether you want to fight for it or not. Whether you do, if you do, you can. If you don't, then that's okay too. Don't feel like bad that there's something that you did, because you didn't. We understand you hurt. You're supposed to hurt. You're supposed to feel pain. You're supposed to have anger. It's okay. Now, what are you guys going to do? What is he going to do to
Fix it.
Exactly.
To repair it. To
Exactly.
have God restore it.
Exactly.
What are your next steps? Hope this helps.